You're such an attention seeker.
But women lie about being raped all the time.
Yeah, I know it's not your fault, but please be careful now.
But you're gay, and he was straight. Isn't that like a bit of a fantasy?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, these people I just want to slap.
Were you drunk? The first question I got asked.
Doesn't fucking matter.
If I'm drunk and you take £5 like out of my purse, that's like still you stealing the £5 just because I'm drunk doesn't make it any different.
It's not about us, it's about the people who actually decide to do the attack.
And after how many drinks would you be asking for the rape?
Oh, God. What were you wearing?
It's such cliche that you don't expect people to actually say it.
Like, assault is not about that. It's about power. It's about if you're vulnerable, not if you're attractive.
Men can't be sexually assaulted.
There's a lie that rape is a female experience.
Yeah, and then again that makes you like lesser of a man because that happened to you.
How the hell do I ever admit to something like that then? And that just adds to the whole background of just like shame and feeling like you definitely can't speak about it because it's so not a manly thing to talk about. It's so humiliating to talk about.
It goes all genders, all ages, all beauty standards, all sexualities.
And I've been working in the gay community since I was 18, and just hearing of guys that have been raped or, drug raped is almost normalised.
Why didn't you fight?
With my situation, the guy was about 5 times bigger than me, and do you fight and then come off worse and then lose?
With me, I was told I was lucky because I had defence wounds. I was like, oh yay, like it's a clear-cut case, aren't you lucky?
I'm 6'4", I weigh a ton, like I play rugby, I'm a pretty strong person, and everyone's like, well, hang on a second, how the hell did anybody get you in a situation where you couldn't just get out of it?
A lot of sexual assaults occur when somebody is like unconscious and like physically does not even have the ability to protect themselves in any way.
Because maybe they have this idea that you were chased down an alleyway or something,
That stereotype. Obviously, assaults do happen in alleyways, but the majority of times, they're in your bedroom, they're in the lounge, they're at a party, they're outside, they're in a bloody field.
I mean, if it's sexual harassment or assault at the workplace, and do you want to lose your job? And like, there's things like this, there's a power play, and people that rape have the power, and you're not going to be raped by somebody who isn't more powerful than you.
Okay. Oh, you must have wanted it a little bit.
No.
No, I really didn't.
No.
That's truly grim.
That actually makes me feel a little bit sick.
A guy said to me, you know that a penis can never penetrate any hole unless that person wants you to put it in.
Oh my God.
I know.
It makes you feel guilty about having wanted to be close to somebody, having been flirting with someone, or having just trusted somebody. No, that's not a sin.
Why didn't you report it?
If you do report it, unless you've got a really strong support network around you, re-traumatizing yourself in that way is such a huge decision to make.
Yes. I was just very fortunate that I had a really great police officer who really went to above and beyond to help me.
When I was sexually assaulted by somebody, dealing with the police was a nightmare.
Well, yeah.
And nothing came of it.
I was thinking, I can't let this happen to anybody else. So that's why I reported it, and I'm so glad I did, because the guy got what he deserved.
Yeah. And then what happens is when that person gets off with it, then that woman is tarred for like the rest of her life.
It's assumption that everybody that speaks out about sexual assault should be assumed to be lying because but they could just be making it up.
Why would you go through all of that, like basically be judged by society, be judged by all of the people that you know, be judged by your parents? I mean, having to tell my parents that I was raped was probably the most difficult thing that I've ever done.
It's important to know that it's possible to report it, and there's associations and people that will be there to help you doing so.
If I'd have known if those resources were out there, then maybe it would have been different. But at the time, I felt completely alone.
I think that the word consent almost is like problematic because it makes people think that it's more complicated than it is.
Oh, well, like, what's consent mean, and like what's the legal definition of what consent forms? Do we need like a contract? Do I need like a legal definition?
Consent is sexy. Consent is sexy, right? If you say something like, oh, I'd really love to kiss you right now, you know, then that's like, yeah, I'd love you to kiss me. I really want to like go down on you right now. That's hot.
Why do you talk about it?
I never used to talk about it, and that's because I was ashamed. I wanted to like, you know, pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think it's different for every person. I don't think it's a problem if you don't want to speak about it. Talking personally saved my life, so I think I would encourage anyone to talk about it.
It's freeing.
Absolutely.
And it's liberating
Yeah.
to talk about it.
A lot about what not to say, but the best thing to say is just "I believe you." Honestly,
Yeah.
People don't even begin to realise how great that can be if that's the first thing that somebody says.